Where we at? We're everywhere. Fucking idiot. Wow. And we're back.
Took a
we
very
just wanted
important
to
break to set decorate.
Yeah, well, we're back in the stew, so it's like a party.
Yeah.
Just poking myself in my fucking temple.
Sashes.
Man,
Well,
Maybe
my
footballs.
confetti cannon is like completely broken, so I didn't bring that. But throughout the episode, every
That's what you
time
call your dildo?
every time there's a big laugh, I'll pop another umbrella, unless you wanted to save those for something.
No. Well, unless
Yeah.
for our model photo shoot in our bikinis in the backyard,
Yeah.
you know,
I feel like
That's
it would
what
be
the
a
people
really
want.
good
where we all cry.
Project Runway for somebody to make like a cute bikini out of the little, what do you call those? Cocktail umbrellas.
Yeah.
That'd be like, you know how they do those trash episodes on I know we're supposed to be
like-
talking about average penises, but you know
let's
how
talk
on
about
like the
this.
fashion
we
shows?
talk about average
No.
penises every episode.
Oh my god,
This one
dude.
day where
This is just a sea of average penises in this
I
podcast.
have some positive things to say about average penis, is why I brought it
better.
up.
They
But continue with your whatever.
Oh, I think I made
No,
my
I know what you
point.
mean,
Just
like model shows or like
yeah, when they're like
Any
use
kind of design
recycled
or, like, drag.
items, unusual items to make a creative outfit. These cocktail umbrellas are very cute and pretty, and I think
they
they
would
would
make it really cute. Except
somebody could do something really fun with them.
someone could do something really cool with them, and I think that we should use that to I don't know. I thought I was going somewhere and then I lost it.
It was
I've been
funny
day drinking.
because as soon as you started
I'm so happy
talking,
for
I was
you.
like, she doesn't have a bit.
Yeah, I just have a voice.
She's
The
gonna
voice was
lose
great,
steam
though.
on this
Sorry,
one.
that's very
That's funny.
close
You
to
feel
my
let
mic.
her drown.
That's so funny.
First of all, I just want to say hello and welcome back to the studio. We're all very happy. A little bit of a bumpy ride at the beginning, but I put in a lot of work into putting this place back together, so it's like
It looks amazing.
Yeah,
We love her.
it's been a lot. It's
I'm
been a
happy to be
day.
down here.
it's
I'm happy to be
so
down
good
here.
to be back
It's
down
as
here.
if I'm like drinking a fancy drink.
Right.
but
I'm gonna say like
That's a
being
fucking highlight.
being
Highlight.
less than 6 centimeters from Connor Meade while I miss her. I'm like, this is great. I'm never
Yeah.
showering before the podcast again.
There you go.
Well, and we got very fancy cameras.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got our fucking system working.
Yep.
Here we are.
We have arrived
Future.
back
have arrived.
to where we
Started.
started.
Yeah. Full
Really,
circle.
no masks.
But also in our future, we've also arrived on the entrance ramp to our future.
every
Everybody.
day.
I just want to say that I am really proud of us for honestly and seriously. I know I'm smiling and I know I'm being a dick and interrupting you, but honestly and seriously, like we went through like so many speed bumps and we just kept fucking going. And like it didn't matter. Like, you know, we're like, okay, guess we're going to record in the bungalow and we're still going to do it. And we're going to have a guest sit on a fucking step ladder for a chair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, and we just kept doing it no matter what. And it's been a fucking wild ride. And thanks for.
And we're never gonna have any
being on it
speed
with
bumps
me.
again, which is really nice.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
never going to be a problem.
Oh,
again.
we're
Yeah.
like perfect. And
Yeah,
hot
edit all
and-
the episodes on time.
Exactly. No,
Well-
everything's locked.
And yeah, fucking
Just
round
in
of
time for
applause.
1 million followers, by the way. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. 1 million followers.
1 million.
We're rich and famous now.
Within what was that? 3 months? Just
Wow,
wild.
it's amazing.
Wild.
We really
Insane.
appreciate
Yeah.
your support and all the money
Yeah.
donated
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
People are like,
Nice.
bloodbath who?
Right.
You know,
I
they-
bought
Have
a
you heard of
new
each other?
cartoon
Right?
t-shirt
Open
to cut
micers
up.
that.
We talk about average penises.
We can. But
Another
I just
average.
wanted to give the team a good ol'
Yeah.
yay.
Hell
and
yeah,
also shout out to everyone that stuck with us while we didn't have fact checks, we didn't have topics, we just kind of like sat down and bullshitted and talked about dicks, and we love ya. Thank you
Those
for
are the best podcasts,
sticking
though.
around.
I like
They
just
are.
shooting the shit.
They are. I do like shooting the shit. But I do like a little bit of a.
Little bit of
here's
structure.
Here's 3 points. Let's at least hit them, and then we can riff off of
Ooh,
them.
someone
you know what
wants.
I
You
mean?
want to be organized?
Yeah,
What?
I know.
3 points. It's like when you
Stir it
take a
again.
shower, but it has to be a real quick shower, and you got to take a 2-minute shower. Just pits, tits, and ass, and that's it. And you're
Yeah.
out of there.
And that's the new name of our podcast.
Pits, tits, and ass, baby.
I actually would have named the podcast that because my grandma used to call it. So you're gonna do to take a PTA shower. And that's what it was. It was pits, tits, and ass.
love that.
That is very cute.
Adorable.
I like that too.
Yep.
Grandmas, we
Rest
love
your
them.
soul. I've had a revelation.
Can we edit in? No, I'll just do it myself. Ready?
Ooh.
Okay. She's had a revelation. No, you're supposed to say your revelation while I do the angels. Okay.
Connor and I immediately are like, okay, we're harmonizing.
No.
Got it.
Been
I should have
done that.
clarified ahead of time. I want you to say your revelation while I'm doing the sound effects.
We're the
Full harmonize.
dick sea chicks.
Hey.
Okay.
C-section chicks. Sorry.
That's not going to be good on the audio. Just say your revelation.
No, do it. Come on. It was good.
Okay, go.
Are you going to do this? I'm here to tell everyone, average penises are the best. It's true. That's my revelation. Thank you. For that.
That's the whole revelation, everybody.
Oh. I was going to have backups. I thought you were running out of breath.
It's like
Average penises are the best.
Okay, so I
You know-
thought that I knew this when I was younger, right?
Sure.
When I was younger, nobody knew actually like how to have sex.
Right.
So it was like, it didn't matter what your dick size was. No one was doing
It all
anything
was
right.
bad.
Right?
Sure.
It was all bad. And like nothing lasted more than 5 minutes and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm like single and mingling and old as fuck.
Singling and mingling.
Singling and mingling and withering away.
Oh, yeah, withering away. So old. My goodness.
God.
Y'all are wild.
Anyway, I am in my prime.
You
so.
look 12. Shut up.
That's why I only wear pigtails from now on.
But so your theory
Trying to
is
find a daddy. What?
the average penis is
So now that I'm sleeping
Right.
with men that know what they're doing
Sure.
and have average penises, I'm like, wow, this is it. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't have to be fucking blown out. I don't have to like be in pain. I also don't have to like deal with a jackhammer for 5 seconds and then them coming and then me being like, what was that?
Yeah.
And now I can't walk for
People
no fucking
do
reason.
foreplay now. That's nice.
Yeah, that's really
Honestly, I love making
Foreplay
out
is
and
the
messing
best.
around more than even actual sex.
For sure.
We've made that
That's-
statement
yeah, I
before.
think we have, yeah.
But yeah,
I just don't want anyone to forget.
If
Reminder.
anybody wants to make out, just let us know. I don't know.
Looking, I've been told.
we just put that at the top of the podcast every
if
week
anyone
from here
wants
on
to make out.
So
Before
now
we start our episode.
Public
Yes.
service announcement.
right.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's because they feel like they have to learn? Do you think men with like huge dicks are like, "Oh, I don't have to do anything. I just
Yes.
have this fucking hog."
I had an ex-boyfriend who was just a little kind of timid guy, kind of dorky, but he had a hog, but he didn't know how to use it. And I don't know. I think just people didn't perceive him as like a big dick guy.
Got
It's like
it?
it's like
Got
a
it?
math equation.
Right.
Like if you're hot with a big dick, then
Then
you
it's
think
just
I
game
don't need to
over."
ever learn anything.
Yeah. And he
But if
wasn't
you're,
ugly,
like-
but he was
No,
just
no,
average.
right,
You
but
know,
if
you
you're,
know my
like,
type.
Weird.
Regular.
Hairy men.
It's a math
I'm
thing.
gonna
It's
be
a math
honest. I don't
thing.
even really know what a big dick is because I think like I'm looking back at like the first boyfriend I ever had, who was like my first regular person I had sex with, and he had a pretty above average penis, but same situation, kind of like a dorky pop punk kid,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. And that's just-
Not. I mean, I thought he was cute at the time, but he wasn't like classically handsome. But like, I took it for granted, you know. I
Same.
really, because then all the other dicks I saw after that, I were like, oh wait,
He was like,
He
is
was
that what they
bigger.
look like? That's
Right.
funny.
yeah.
But also, yeah, like a small peen, it doesn't
Gets the job
mean a
done. And
thing.
It doesn't.
I
I don't know. I've
Right.
seen like 3 penises in my life, not on TV. So I'm
Right.
really trying to hang in this conversation.
Small, medium, large. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
No, it was like small, medium, probably. Yeah.
Okay, but you
I actually
like,
don't know though. I'm not for sure.
But maybe this is an assumption, but I would think that you've used toys in your life.
Sometimes, not much.
Okay.
Well, so that's what I was saying. While you were going
face?
to, yeah. While you were going to get the thing,
An office moment.
I've also done this on other podcasts before already. In my experience, lesbian identified or non-cis male queer identified people don't use toys as much as y'all think we do.
Right.
Some people do though. Some people really do. Some people really love that, and that's
I feel like
fine.
toys honestly is more of like a kink community, like BDSM thing.
I mean,
than I really see in this like a
not
relationship.
strictly. I mean, I think not strictly. There's a whole range. I can only speak for myself.
Right.
It's just not been a big part of it, and I think I was surprised because I always thought that made me weird. Right?
I'm not a big toy. Not to detour too
Yeah.
far off topic. I'm not a big toy person. I just like how my hand feels. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not,
absolutely, yeah. Right, and as I think, like, I used to think, like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why don't I like a vibrator that much? Why don't I like
it's less
strap-on
intimate,
sex that much?
feel
Like, you know, why don't I like that much? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with
Because
me?
you're a real lesbian and Connor and I are fake lesbian. If any men are listening, doesn't matter what size you got going on. Just make sure you know what to
What
do
you
with our
doing?
stuff.
Because it's all
you
about
know?
the
But
clit
most importantly,
anyways.
make sure it's
Yeah.
hard. Because if it's
Just
not
make sure
hard,
it's hard.
take a Viagra. No
number
one's
one.
judging
Yeah.
you. Eat a Blue Chew. By the way, we're sponsored. No,
Rule number one.
But
Rule number one.
No, but while you were going to get our party supplies, I mentioned that though, where I was like, this is the thing. I feel like a lot of people when they first buy sex toys, they buy like giant, like very big sex toys because they think like
right.
that's what will be so crazy. I will love it so much. But like sometimes, like you really need to shop around your dildos, okay? Like
Right.
your
Yeah.
dildo, like because you can get because they look like you're like that looks good. That's a good looking fucking glittery pink dick or whatever it
Would
is.
Right.
you buy one off the internet?
I bought one. Off the
Yeah, you
internet.
can.
And you
gotta do
love
your-
it.
I love it because it's a good vibrator,
Got it.
but I don't like insert it that often.
But so
'cause it is
I'm talking
fucking
strictly
huge,
dildos.
and it's like
I'm talking strictly
Okay.
oh,
dildos.
just only like no
Strictly
vibration at
dildos,
all.
no
Okay.
vibration that
Can
are
I
strictly
ask-
for insertion. Hold on one sec. That like I think people often buy too big. Like
Yeah.
it's a thing. Like I think people's eyes are bigger than their stomachs
Yeah.
with dildos. I think like it's important.
Eyes are bigger than their pussies.
to think about
Or
what you
assholes.
really are going to like inside you, and you know it takes just some trial and error to figure
Yeah.
out what you like with that with
Yeah.
dildos.
Too bad
but,
there's not like a sample section.
I feel like I know a lot of
make
people
a
who
sample.
just bought too big and had
well,
to downsize.
as we all know, I have just the perfect smallest little vagina, so it's
I mean,
I'm
cutest
coming-
vagina, second cutest vagina.
How do you
third-
know? Did you read?
We did this
Have
the
you been
first
looking?
episode.
I would
This was
say-
our Valentine's Day episode.
prettiest, cutest, but
Yours might be tinier,
I'm a tiny person.
right? I mean, just like
Tiny
just
person with a
physics
tiny
or
vagina.
Physics, biology. I don't know.
Oh,
But I think I've had the least amount
Hello.
of penetrative sex. So
Oh, tiny vagina. Ooh. Do you want to talk about Bo Burnham's special and how great it was?
I want to talk about how much of a fucking
Simp I am for Bo
Yeah.
Burnham now. Oh my god, he literally used to look when he was like a little boy, not a little boy, when he was like 16 or whenever
When
he
hit it
started.
big, yeah.
I was like, ugh, he looks like a douchebag that would call me a dyke in high school. Like he just looks
right.
like one of those, and that's like they go to like I think it's like, almost like the Tony Hinchcliffe look. It's like this guy looks like he would like bully me, like
Yeah.
not in the
Really?
Turn off,
but yeah. But then like during
Did he have shorter
inside-
hair?
Yeah, he had short
He had
hair,
shorter
clean
hair.
shave.
That was it.
Didn't have the pain in his eyes of like I don't want to be alive anymore. And I think that's the big thing, especially near the end of the special when he just has the dark bags under his eyes. I'm like, oh, daddy, I will open wide for that content. You know,
I haven't seen it yet. So.
it's amazing. It's and a lot of people are talking shit because like you're not supposed to be sad in comedy ever, which I don't think that's a thing. I kind of hate that.
We're
That's
all
like,
sad.
that's- I mean, like-
comedy ever.
Can I just say
people
one-
we know are saying that.
I mean, it's like people in general, like this, they did the same thing with Nanette, you know? It's like, oh, you can't be serious
You're
or have
supposed
any
to be
kind of
funny and
only
fucking
funny
on
all the
night
time.
and then go home and cry or be your wife. Either way.
Right.
But the entire thing was hilarious.
It was funny. And a lot of people saying like it wasn't enough jokes for them, which I think is bullshit. If you actually listened, like, yeah, it's not like premise, punchline, premise,
There's a
punchline.
joke like every 15 seconds or
right.
less.
I think it's just people not paying attention and just, I don't know, not listening and just, or just assuming and not even watching and just like hearing like, oh, it's sad. Because yeah, I cried and I laughed and that's what I want in anything I watch. I want to be on
and
an
I think it was
emotional
also,
roller
like-
coaster.
Yeah, and I think it was also like the whole point of it was that it was completely filmed by himself over the pandemic period. Like, I think he was very accurately and precisely like appealing to other people in quarantine. Like,
Yeah.
Which was
this
everybody.
is
I
right,
wish
yeah,
it
like,
could have came out while we were still in quarantine because I feel like it would have
for
us
sure.
meant a lot more. I don't know because like now we're kind of out again,
I mean,
Yeah.
again, like we said at the top of the episode, for now,
right?
we're out again for now.
I will watch it a 5th and 6th and 7th time.
Well,
You know you've already watched it 7 times.
No, that was my
Connie.
4th time watching it.
I'll save it for when like the new strain kills us all. So I'll save it.
Yeah.
No, but I think it was like right. It was a way to appeal to that. Like, I mean, and that's, yeah. People who are saying that must not have watched it because the first song is like
It's
should I
literally-
even be joking about this? Is
Right.
there any space for jokes in this crazy mental headspace
Right.
/ social headspace? And then him just trying anyway, and he totally pulls it off.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
It was amazing. All the haters out there, read a fucking book. I don't know, like
I'm not a
experience some
hater.
hardship. I don't know, get yourself a little mental illness.
I'm not
Right.
a hater.
Maybe try,
I'm
like,
not a
stand
hater.
up.
I wished it was shorter.
Um,
I'm not a
I
hater.
wish it
I
was
wished it was
longer.
1 hour.
you know what? My
I wish it was
That's
boyfriend.
fair.
3 hours.
There's two people in this world.
Yeah.
Oh, the two opinions?
Right.
Ah.
The two genders. Bo Burnham special should be longer. Bo Burnham special should be shorter.
No,
And
but
that's it. I wish
That
that
is
was our
it.
politics. Wouldn't that be nice?
Right.
Damn.
the other night, what's that show called? I think it was called The Green Room, like the old stand-up where there was just a bunch of old comics talking. Like it was a 2000s kind of show,
I'm not
I don't
sure about
remember.
that one.
but like a very young Bo Burnham was one of like the
We're not
comics.
real
Right.
comics. We don't know things like that.
Right. Yeah. We're not. We're pretend.
Yeah, we're real. Come on. And, I don't know. It's just cool to see him. Like he was like this new kind of alt comic, but he was standing his ground with like these old timers, like club heroes. You know, like
Right.
just like. I don't know. Maybe I should have seen the special. I'm going off.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No,
oh, I didn't
got
see the
you.
special, but I saw an interview he did like
I didn't
10
know a
years
lot
ago,
about. I
so-
didn't know a lot about Bo Burnham. Right. It is. We were talking about this while we were watching it. It's crazy because he started super young.
But also
Right.
in a
So-
super new way.
Yeah,
Like,
and
nobody
so
Yeah,
had
like,
been
there is
YouTube
all of
viral
this like
before.
where it
Yeah.
seemed a lot of probably and also definitely non-comedians might be the first exposure to him with this special. He actually like was a tiny baby hanging out with like big name dudes and
Yeah.
kind of interesting, pretty cool.
And it's nuts that I love this because I honestly kind of hate musical comedy.
Oh,
I no,
it's
I
hard to
don't.
like, yeah.
How do we feel about musical comedy here? Anyone have strong opinions about it? So
Indifferent, which is the worst thing you could be about it.
that's true. That is true.
I like musical
No
comedy. Here's the
emotions.
thing. I'm a singer. I used to think I wanted to go into musical theater. I thought I wanted to
Right.
be a musical theater actress. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I love musical theater. I love comedy. I think
So
it's...
why not like that?
But, like, I'm not obsessed with it.
Right.
I'm not-
I think a lot of times
it's the
just
same way. I'm
cheesy.
sorry. No offense to anybody. I'm not obsessed with, like, improv shows either. I just am not. I'm sorry.
I feel
but
like
it's... I love improv.
understand.
You know,
I feel
I don't know.
like if you were to ever be a musical comedian, it would be very funny for like all of your negative emotions to come out in song
and then jokes.
and jokes, like songs
Yeah.
and jokes. You know,
Maybe
what I
that's why I
mean?
like Inside so much because no, a lot of the songs are goofy too.
Inside is a piece of art.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing, there's
Yeah.
no other words. Like it's not, to me, I don't think like a comedian singing or like musical comedy. Like I just think
It was meant
that
to be
was a
genre
piece.
defying. It was meant not to
Right.
be a classic comedy special.
Right.
Like,
It was great.
Yeah.
And we're talking about it like 2 weeks after.
I
or
know.
3
I don't
weeks.
care. We haven't.
No,
It's
but
not
you
gonna
are
air for
such a.
another
I
2
love. I
weeks.
honestly, I love how much you love it. Yeah, it's
Yes.
not gonna air for another 2
part
weeks.
of my joy of watching the Bo Burnham special was watching it with you, Connie.
And
because I kept
now-
singing along, and I'm like,
now
I'm being
I
annoying, but-
understand.
Well, you were doing that thing like so. This is why I don't know if any or all of you, and we can't get into it because I will really fall off a cliff. But my favorite movie in the world since I was a kid and through this day is Newsies, which is a musical.
Yes.
It's a Disney musical from the 90s, whatever.
Okay,
but I
King
can't.
of New
But
York. Yeah.
right, but I know that I can't watch it with people who haven't seen it. Because I will spend the whole time being like, just wait, no, listen to what he says next.
Yeah.
No,
I did that.
here it comes. And then somebody will be like, go to get some popcorn, and I'm like, shh, no. This is
This is my favorite part. I did that.
But
like
so
3
Connie
times.
was doing that through the whole Bo
like, this
Burnham
one made me
special.
cry.
She'd be like, this part.
And I'm like,
this
oh,
part.
here's the best line.
This
Here's the
part made
best
me
line.
cry. When I first watched this, oh my god, seriously, I think this is the most genius. And I was like, okay, Connie,
I was so
we're all watching. Okay, we're
Okay, so
all
bottom line,
watching.
I'm the worst.
I'll never make anything that great. We got it. Like,
Well, it was like, I finally put myself in your shoes. Like anytime I make you watch anything like Beyonce puts out,
Do you do the same
That's
thing where you
amazing.
like real time are like?
Yeah.
No,
I
this
feel
part,
like
this
we've
part,
been like,
this
oh,
part,
watch
that
like
part.
just wait
Yeah.
till they
So
come out,
funny.
or like,
Every single time.
Right.
And
It's so
I'm
funny. It's like
always
when we
singing
love
along.
something so much, we can't just let people perceive it.
We
just
can't
like,
contain ourselves.
way
I
that-
cannot contain
But it's just
myself.
so funny. Like if you love, like if I love something, I should just like let you watch it and just like
Yeah.
I know.
experience it as
I
you
know.
experience it and love it. But I'm like, no, love. look,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
now
like
you
trying,
love it more.
literally
right.
trying not to sing. I was like, I was like grinding my teeth because I want to sing along so bad. Because the songs are legit
have you
bops.
watched it?
Yeah.
That was my fourth time watching.
Well, you
it.
can basically
Nice.
see his penis in half of the movie,
I know.
and I'm pretty sure it's average.
I love
so
that.
send
It looks
out, y'all.
average.
Here we
Send
go.
out back
It
to the
looks average.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
I thought his little body was kind of sexy. I'm saying that
He
as
does.
a
He
dyke.
got a
I'm
sexy
saying
little
that as a
body.
dyke. He was doing like
adorable.
the like
I know, but he
sexy
was, like,
little, light
hippie
He
shows.
can dance.
His little
Right.
nakies.
Yo,
I was like,
he had
okay,
rhythm.
bud, okay.
Bo, for a little white boy.
Yeah.
You got
Right.
it. You got it,
Well,
baby.
you all took your hats off already. I can.
Yeah,
I never
hurting
was
mine.
wearing one. Yeah, man. What was I gonna say? Something about Bo. Genius.
First of all, Bo B-O is like the weirdest name. Who's
It's,
naming their
it's
kids
Robert.
that?
It's Bob.
Oh, I
It's
was gonna
body
say.
odor.
I was gonna say
It's
such a
body odor.
genius. Such a genius. Like, there's no way such an like artist and genius has like a huge dick. So thank goodness, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, if he had a huge dick, he'd be unbearable.
Yeah.
Average penis dudes is where it's at. Huge
Right.
dick dudes, in my experience, have been like psychopaths, emotionally unstable, fucking liars. You know what
We've
I
had
mean?
that with
Again,
average dick dudes as well.
Yeah.
Huh?
We've had that with average dick dudes as well. Though.
And I think what we were just saying is that the huge dick,
No.
but like super regular face, they're not as much like that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe we just
Still
like
trying to
shouldn't
figure
reduce,
out the
Maybe
equation.
we just like shouldn't reduce men's
I think,
personalities. to their
yeah, it
penis
might
size,
be
maybe.
not their penis.
Why not? They do it to us.
That's true. But also, we're better. We're better.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
than
but do we love it when
Are
they do
we
it to us?
No.
Also, do all men?
Honey.
Also, do all men?
Did you
have-
show up brand new with the fucking podcast?
Yeah.
Also,
I don't
do
even
all men
recognize
have
you.
dicks?
We don't body shame men.
No, not all men have
Also,
dicks,
do
Carolyn.
all- I'm
God
just saying,
damn
like-
it. Cough before you say some shit like that. Warn a
Give a
bitch.
cough warning.
No, I'm just here. Your warning is that I agree to fucking talk to you. Okay, that's your warning.
Is
Your
it?
warning is that we're friends. Okay, that I'm gonna say shit.
We all
like
know
that.
each other.
That's
at
all
this
the warning
point.
you should need.
It's been 3 hours. It's been 3 years.
Man, don't joke around with Carolyn today. All right, got it.
Don't joke around Carolyn today.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. What do you guys? What else you got? I just came with average penises, so.
I came with Bo Burnham obsession. I was thinking, what if there's like fun phrases that you can really sum yourself up with? Like I was in my car today and I was thinking, you know, my car radio clock is only right half the year. And I feel like
Like
that's-
that embodies like
yeah,
who you
that's kind
are.
of like embodies me as who I am as a human. Because like, it's always wrong until
Right, because by the time you go to switch it, you're like,
it's
"Really, the clock on this thing, yeah."
it's got what 3 more months.
What am
I
I
should just
gonna
leave
do?
it.
And I'm like, I will reset your car clock if
Yeah.
it's wrong.
I miss the days when you could like when there wasn't. I miss the days when
Before the calendar, no,
well
before we measured
the
time.
Before Christ.
before the time was synced to like your phone or things that synced it from like the actual official.
Yeah,
Because you used to be able to trick yourself into being on time by setting your clocks ahead.
yeah,
Right? Like I would set my clocks ahead at like to randomly different intervals because I had to confuse myself. So like I'd have like my alarm clock would be like 5 minutes ahead, right? But then my car clock would be like 3 minutes ahead. My kitchen clock, like I could make
Right.
it so that I could confuse myself enough that I would mostly be on time. But now it's like, nope, this is just the accurate time, and you are just literally a
Late.
person who cannot be on time,
yeah.
and that's just what it is forever.
My
Like,
family did that. All of our clocks were always a little bit behind.
I think I want to start a service where I
forward.
sneak into your house and I set your clocks ahead, but you don't know by how much. So
Right.
you gotta err on the side of caution, right?
Somebody's gonna do that for me. Please.
Yeah, a half an hour.
Yeah. You live here, so
Yeah.
you can do
After
that.
you go to bed.
No, literally a half hour is perfect.
When I
I am always
when you
a
guys
half
came to the
hour late.
showcase and I thought it was 9 and then
Yeah.
you guys showed up like at like 9:05.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like perfect. It's 9:30.
Well, well, no, we would have been late if it was 9. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
would
You're
have
right.
been halfway through my set.
Johanna, you're like the most responsible person I know.
I
It's
know.
kind of,
I know,
scary
isn't that
you
what
would
is
do
wild
that.
to me too?
Yeah.
Because you have your shit together the
That
most.
Is
Look at how nice this
I know,
basement looks. Look
like
at
mentally,
It's
We're not talking about that, honey. We're
No,
talking
no,
about
not
Like
that.
nobody literally
Yeah.
Like a
cares how much of
schedule.
a mess it is in your head. I'm sorry.
That's what your therapist is for.
No,
We've
I
all
need
got
to-
like a
it's what I need
fucking
to
like
hear.
haunted hoarder
Yeah.
house of a brain.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, totally.
Not
No,
impressive.
totally.
We don't care about that. It's about
That-
the external, and in the external, I'm sorry.
Yeah, got it. That wasn't gonna be my response. I was gonna say, fucking ancestral trauma, like from fucking
right.
Whitney Cummings or something. But I mean, yeah, I don't know, some of that,
Right.
or just I've always watched people do that. I've always watched people wait for the last minute and scramble.
Right.
So it makes sense. Like that's all I've ever known. I've never known a person to be like organized in a sense of like. You know, and everyone's like, oh, but you're really organized. You have so much going on. I literally live 24 hours at a time. Sometimes
Right.
12. Sometimes 12 if I have too much going on in that 24 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's just like that nurture nature bullshit. Like,
Right.
like,
It's just ingrained.
yeah.
Well, it's funny because my dad always on time, very organized and everything. My
Yeah.
mom, total opposite. So
Yeah.
like growing up, it's just fighting.
Right.
Half of us are ready, half of us aren't.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like, we're
I
just
also
like,
think it's like I'm addicted to that excitement too.
yeah,
of,
I'm a
like,
procrastinator for sure.
Hustling, you know, like
Right.
Yeah.
that last like 5 minutes, and then I'm like, oh, this is kind of like a.
Right. Gotta get out of here.
I completely feel
This
the
is my
same
heroin.
way. Like every time I do the Van Dyke show, every time I throw it up, I'm like for a week ahead of time, I'm like, fuck, there's more I should be doing. Damn, I know I should be doing that. Shit.
And the day of, you're running around and
Yeah, 3 hours ahead of time is when I
Right.
just smack it all out. You can't like I can't spread it out in a normal person's like
Right.
regular
Right.
schedule. Yeah.
It's definitely, I think, mostly a brain chemistry thing. It's like the reason why I keep fucking with you fucking loser ass motherfucking average size dick having ass motherfuckers.
That's the name of the podcast or this
Wink.
episode.
I thought you were talking about us at first.
No, me too.
Hey, I have a small
Where's she
dick.
going
Okay.
with this?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I would definitely have a
Nah.
small penis if I had one.
I got a tiny little clitoris. It's hard to please. Like, come on.
It's hard to find. Yeah, that's why men can never find the clit, because ours are so small.
It's so tiny.
But yeah, I don't know. I think your brain is just very interesting. It's a sea. It's an ocean.
The
there
human
is, like,
brain
one
in
on
general
there.
or Connor's brain?
I think all of those.
Both.
All of the brain.
Both.
You know what? I was watching.
Connor's is more like the deep sea, the dark sea,
Something in there. There's like creatures no one wants to ever see.
the krakens in there.
Yeah.
To fall asleep, like I'll put on like videos about Neanderthals or like just something very calming, like in the blah blah blah. And I was listening to this guy talk about the human brain, and he was like, the human brain is the most complex thing, and we all carry it around. Like, and that just made me realize a lot of shit. Like, I'm gonna forgive myself. Like, I'm carrying around a very complex thing. I'm bumping
And
into
so is
people
everyone else.
who are carrying around a very complex thing. It helped my perspective of like forgiving myself, like forgiving other people.
Right.
It's like, yeah, this is a weird thing we're all carrying around that takes a lot of
And so
work.
the thing along those lines that got me several years ago that also helps me is like if you think like within our species, like our brains were pretty small until kind of recently. Like when you
Right.
talk about the
Exactly,
evolution
yeah.
of the planet, right? Our brains were kind of small until kind of recently. Basically, we figured out we could cook protein and like eat it, and then our brains got really huge and we went super upright, right? But our brains are kind of like a new part of the team in terms of like our mammal body.
Humans
right?
in general are very new.
And our
Yeah.
like, so I've heard like the article I read. I forget the guy's name, but it's called "The Tyrant in the Castle," and it's basically like talking about your brain as the tyrant in the castle, and your body as like the people, like the
Yeah.
people of the nation, and your brain's up here being like, "This is what will happen, and this is what will happen," and the rest of your body just kind of has to like pick up the
Follow
fucking
along.
slack. But like most of our intelligence, like evolution wise and historically, is like in our bodies, and we really
Right.
should respect our bodies more as like the co-owners of this whole shit. Like
As
we
I
give our
chug
brains
this
too much
shitty
credit.
beer.
We give
We
our
should
shitty brains
respect
too
our
much
bodies.
credit. Well, we give
Let's
our
go smoke a cigarette after
Brought
this.
to you by Miller High Life.
yeah, just we allow our brains to bully us, basically.
Oh, yeah.
and we shouldn't do that.
1,000%.
Yeah,
Whoever
Brains
the
wild.
fuck is up there is like ruining every relationship I've ever fucking had in my life. First of
Same.
all,
right.
you know what I mean? Just being
So
like,
on the other end too,
no,
every
they
relationship
mean
I've ever
that.
everything. I just like over. It's all
The
bad.
tyrant up
We're
there
all
is
in
like,
danger.
you rang? You talking about me?
Right. Stop talking shit. I have a seizure.
Oh my God. Who smells burnt toast? Please tell us now.
Oh my
Jesus.
God, dude.
Could be burning your toes.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was hilarious.
Bo obsessed.
I am. I'm
Wild.
a simp. I am. God, I'm so hooked in.
Makes me happy, dude.
I love
Thirsty.
him.
No, that's not true.
No.
You also respect and love him.
No, it's just the art of it.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. Anyways,
Makes
our
me
brains.
happy. That means that there's thousands of other sad bitches out there who,
Oh my God,
know.
who
TikTok.
found something.
TikTok's obsessed with Bo right now.
Really?
They love
Yeah.
John Mulaney. They love
Yeah.
They love John Mulaney.
They love John
They
Mulaney.
love him.
Those are like the two big ones that I see all the time.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Can we get a TikTok rant out of Johanna tonight?
No.
Oh. You just did a big sigh. I was just fingers crossed because I still don't know what TikTok. You know.
Well,
Right.
it's a
No big
whole
deal.
thing.
Yeah.
I deleted the app, so that's why I have nothing
I
to
know
say.
too much.
What do you
Yeah.
think? So when did you delete it?
Months ago.
And you're glad?
I stopped.
You're like,
talking
you know
about-
what?
I stopped thinking about it. Yeah, I'm
Right.
very glad.
And it's been good for you?
It is like a completely toxic.
You know what?
Extremely
This is
toxic,
quick
very
media.
addicting. My brain is already like diminishing from Instagram. Like
Right.
I can only handle so much at a time. I'm barely ever really on Twitter either, and I should be
Right.
on it more. I do like to get my news from Twitter, but then I stopped caring.
Yeah, but it is like
Yeah.
such fast media. Demetrius Fields, actually, shout out. I don't know, he's a cool dude, but he was
I
like
love
just
him.
basically talking about like when I first blew up, like I was getting like money and everything was going great, and like I'm already becoming like irrelevant. Like
Yeah.
it happens so quickly, and then
Oh, yeah.
people like young brains, like teenagers, have to deal with this.
Yeah.
Like 13-year-old kids are
yeah.
trying to keep relevant and realize like they're already peaking, like
Yeah.
and then losing everything. Like that is not okay.
The line that Bo, to bring this back to Bo, said about or like something about like, and when you have anxiety, something like made fun of like how
Or
they're all
disassociative. Oh, yeah.
like
When you-
I don't remember the fucking
When you
line,
start
but
disassociating at a whatever. I don't know
yeah.
exactly. I should know by now.
What was
he's
the
like,
basic
don't
idea,
come
though?
at me. Basically like
Like you're gonna come at me about like my content or something when you have a dissociative disorder, don't come running back to me or something like that.
yeah,
Like
he
about
was-
like being on like TikTok or I don't know.
because he was saying like you know, kids these days are like saying that I'm so out of touch.
Oh, that's
like
what it is.
you're out of
Yeah.
touch because it was
Right,
during
right,
the
right.
Turning 30 song, I believe.
Yeah.
I love that song. That's my
Right.
favorite one for sure. But yeah, so that to me was so funny and just so true. Like
Right.
we already are kind of fucked up because we, you know, discovered the internet when we were children.
Right.
You know, and we've like come up with this like live journal, Facebook, like whatever, and that like fucked us up a little bit. But at
Right.
least we still like to go camping. You know what I mean?
Right. Like
You know, like
I don't know.
Well,
Young
I
kids still
think
like to
about
go
this a lot.
camping, I think.
I do think about this a lot because I feel like things like cyberbullying, things like it just kind of came. I don't want to say it came out of nowhere, but like it was thrust on us, and then the people older than us didn't know how to handle it, so we
Right.
had nobody to turn to when we
Right,
were
right.
feeling.
When we started doing it to each other, the
It's like,
adults
why don't you just
didn't know
punch
how
him in
to
the
work it.
face?
Well,
Like,
just-
well,
there's a
he's
lot-
in,
No, no, I
you know,
got you,
across
yeah.
the country.
I would say
Right.
social media has been in my life since 5th grade, so like 10 years old. MySpace was a thing, and like I will say it's like there's no real adult there was nobody to talk to because it was a
Yeah.
huge mystery to them and they didn't understand it, and it's like they didn't grow up with it, they don't know, and like we're kind of the first generation to have to deal with that, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, millennials are the first
There's
ones.
nobody older and wiser to turn to when you have like, and to them it's just like, oh, it's just the internet, it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, it fucking does. Like
Right.
things you
It's
put on
still
the
real
internet-
people and real opinions that exist
It
in the world.
is, and, like-
And now how much we have to rely on it for like even like our, you know, comedy careers, which we do have comedy careers. I'm not going to
yeah.
quote it. I'm not going to quote it, okay?
No, but
They're
mean,
real.
I
I work the
remember-
comedy club. No, I'm kidding.
weird things that trigger anxiety in us
burn this
that
place down.
right.
generations before us don't even know about. Like, oh, this person left me on red. Like,
No, but that does hurt because that is a person ignoring you. It's the
Yeah.
same as if you're
I
saying it
just
to
found
their
out
face.
what left you on red meant like a year ago because I had heard people
well,
say
good for
it,
you.
but I thought they meant like left it on red, like in debt, like you know when you're like in the red in your
Right.
bank account,
Okay.
like, in the red. I was
Well,
like, they
we'll
left you
show
on
us.
red, like
Yeah.
ooh, they left you. Nope.
You thought they like owed you money?
didn't.
If that's the case, it happens. So both of those things happen to me in the span of 24 hours. So
You know,
that's
right?
Stock
fantastic.
portfolios after the show.
Yeah.
Double redded.
Double Reddit.
They left me in debt to them socially.
Dude.
That's not what that meant.
I don't
not
know,
what that
man. I'm just.
Yeah. Well, and then I just read. Okay, this
Hate
is something
everyone.
you talk about. I just read a thing that said that then like now, so then also the younger kids are getting even smarter all the time, smarter all the time, smarter all the time. Now because of the pandemic and the year of virtual teaching, the super smart tiny children who have grown up with all of this technology at their fingertips, they now know how to cheat, and they know how to cheat in a way that they cannot be caught by their teachers. Like it's the technology is literally beyond the people who are teaching them, so there's no way to catch them, and like teachers are literally being like, yeah, there's really no going back, it's just cheating.
Those are the
from
ones
here
that are
forever.
going to
Be rich.
either save the world or
ruin.
completely ruin it.
That's
They're gonna think they're
true.
saving it, and they're gonna ruin it more, and we're all gonna die. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
What?
It's not the fucking okay. So
got 10
one
years,
day we're
folks.
gonna make up with Gen Z, and
Right.
we're gonna join forces because they're eventually
I'm
gonna
not
turn.
fighting
'cause
with Gen Z.
I didn't say
Well,
you
a
were.
lot of times
Like,
they're
what do
fighting
you
with
mean? I'm
us.
just saying,
I
what
don't
do you mean
know.
make up with Gen Z?
I didn't
talk
say
shit
you
about
were.
us.
There's
No,
a
but
war.
I'm saying explain that. What do you mean we're gonna make up with Gen Z?
I just think that. Well, if I could finish, I like literally had such a great punchline. But when like Gen Z eventually becomes actually 30, because they think that they're never gonna be 30,
Right.
like they're gonna finally realize like.
Oh, maybe I'm not the
Oh.
shit.
Oh, maybe Bo Burnham had a point. You
Right.
Know, like, oh, this is mental illness. Oh, this is that. Oh, these are bills. These are like, you know what I mean? This is life. Life is hard. Oh, I can't just like live in a fucking cell phone. Like, yeah, I don't know. Or like live at my parents' house forever. I don't know. So once they figure that out, then we're going to make up and it's going to be peace and love. And then the fuckers that are like toddlers and shit now or whatever, they're the ones that are going to really, really, really fuck it up.
Generation Alpha.
Quote
That's what
me.
they're called.
Oh, don't
We're
call them
fucked.
that.
They're
We're gonna get
called-
a fucking big head complex right out the
They've
gate.
This
already
is
named
weird,
them
Alpha.
Generation Alpha.
We do live in an assimilation or whatever the fuck they say.
Right. It all of us.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that you hate Gen Z.
I didn't think you were. I was just wanting you to explain what do you mean, like when you
I
make
think
up
that's
with
true,
Gen
but a lot of
Z.
times
because
I'm on
there's like a
TikTok,
very popular war between millennials and Gen Z.
Like,
Not
there
popular,
literally
but
is.
it's like a known
Like-
thing.
Started
Yeah,
it.
like yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't
not like in like our day to day. Like I don't know. Like all my friends who are Gen Z, like we're friends.
Yeah,
People I work with
same.
are friends. But like on the internet, there's like a thing.
Yeah.
And
I
they're-
guess I just right. Yeah. I'm just not. Oh yeah, not on the internet enough.
Well, the younger
I mean,
always
and I'm not
comes
saying
for
I
the
don't know
older.
about
They
it. I
do.
know about it. I'm just saying, like, to me, I look at it and I'm like, this is a dumb thing they're trying to make us believe in.
Right.
But you know what I mean? I get what you were saying. I wasn't trying to undercut your point. I was just, yeah. Like,
You know
when
what?
one day we make up, like, I don't know.
Well, Connor, that is
I mean,
a good
this
point.
is
Like
any
all,
generations join
all of the
forces.
Gen Z kids I talk to in real life, great people. Like, but yeah, I think there is this media, and I did go to school for media. They do tell you like this
Right.
is how you can twist the storyline to get more views. Like, I don't believe that anybody was coming after us for wearing skinny jeans. I think that
No.
was just a clickbait article to get us riled up. Like,
Right.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So
Three
they can
people,
sell their
like-
old jeans from the 90s back to us again.
Right.
No, but there's like I don't know. I mean, there are kids I definitely have like met, like 18-year-olds that think of their shit and they're like, look, you fucking old
well,
idiot.
they're rich. And
Yeah,
every
there's like rich, like
generation
spoiled
has
brats,
that.
but that's like that's just kids in general, and I just don't like
Yeah.
them. I just don't like
Yeah.
children.
Did
No,
anybody
teenagers? No, I like teenagers are just fucking shitty. They're just little shitheads. They've always been shitheads.
They're mean to
Everyone knows teenagers suck. I don't know.
It's because you're insecure about
Forever
yourself.
noise, baby.
No,
so
they're
you're
also
taking
mean.
it out on other people.
Yeah, I mean everyone. Yeah,
Did anybody think they were the shit at 18? Because I didn't. I fucking
I
hated
myself, but everyone around me, they also thought they thought they were the shit. When I was 18, I was just like, I just like got out of high school because I had no friends, moved to Saginaw, where I was hanging around suddenly like 26-year-olds because I was dating a 25-year-old at 18.
Hey.
Same.
No, maybe it was 23. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
But like,
Turns
22,
out he was
25,
36.
Right. Turns out it was my dad.
Hey.
It was old Uncle Key.
And that's the last time I came. Oh man. I peaked in high school, so yeah, I definitely thought I was
I don't
cool.
think so.
I
don't think that's true.
for sure peaked in high school. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I heard you say earlier in the podcast that you know you're in your prime, which we all know
Ooh,
too.
You know what?
I meant.
There are some nights I can't sleep.
I don't know what
'cause
I
I'm
meant.
like,
I was gonna say physically, but I'm like definitely not
I
that.
definitely
There-
like myself more
there-
than I ever did.
For
before.
sure.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
like myself more as an adult.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
You're not as around. Like, I
Ooh,
think, like,
I
in school, you're stuck around thousands of people every day, and you don't. You're surrounded by people all the time. But I did want to say, there are so many nights I'm like, I need to work as hard as Johanna. Like, I think about
I don't
Johanna.
even
Yeah, I do.
work
I
that
want to
hard.
be like you. You're so cool.
I want to be like you.
Yeah, I do. I'm 2
I love
years
that
in.
song.
Mowgli? No.
I want to be like you.
Just like Mowgli,
I-
baby. I do look like Mowgli sometimes. It's kind of nice.
I
though.
tried to
Cute,
give
though.
you a count.
Yeah.
Mowgli's
tried-
always been kind of like gender fluid, I feel like. Whatever.
sure.
Like, I love Mowgli.
If you wanna really, really be embraced by the queer community, get the Mowgli haircut. Okay.
Or just
You told me not to cut my hair.
And I meant that.
But you said you'd be very mad at me if I cut my hair. Or I think you said you'd kill yourself. I'm not sure. Something along
dramatic.
those lines.
I like obviously, first of all, never use hyperbole, so that doesn't even make any sense. I don't ever speak in complete absolutes, like I'll fucking kill you with you. But anyway, no. But if you Mowgli'd yourself, I think I could handle
First
that.
of all, I've had that haircut
I'm sure you have.
when I was a little tater tot.
I know, but like if you did it right now,
I know, I get it.
On the podcast.
I'll.
with
You know what?
scissors.
I'll do it.
I
I'll
was
do it. I'll go
called-
get the bowl.
My mom had a hard time with me. She had to pierce my ears when I was very, very young because everyone was like, "That's a boy."
Oh. I thought it was just
See-
for the culture, you know.
Also that.
I'm sorry.
We gotta prep these earlobes for those hoops.
Yeah. We got to start them
Yeah.
young.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yep. First you get your ears pierced, then you have your quinceanera. It's the whole thing.
You know?
But yeah, they always thought I was a boy. But no, I'm not cutting
Same.
my hair.
And my name was Connor. And I'd
Yeah.
always
No,
I
I
had
don't
really
really
long
want you-
hair, but I would put it in a ponytail straight back.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and from the front, I just looked like a slicked back little gentleman, a little businessman.
We're gonna need to pull up some photos.
Yeah,
I
oh.
think.
They're
okay,
badass.
actually, yeah, because I also when I was around that age, I only wore Chris Osgood jerseys and black stretch pants
Bro,
exclusively, right?
I
And
literally
then-
wore the same Red Wings jersey.
Yeah, and
Are there
Osgood too?
photographs?
Osgood.
Fucking
I'm not
Osgood,
even
yeah.
lying.
Are there photographs?
Yes,
Oh,
so
I
many.
don't know. I used to wear
want
it so
to
much.
see a
though.
side by side of.
But
the
like
two.
literally, so I was like 10, 11 years old. That's all I wear.
That's some Soul Sister shit.
And then I
That is
saw
nuts.
like a
Yeah.
picture of like you know, some like hot celebrity like Gwyneth Paltrow or something with like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
pixie cut, and I was like, sexy.
That's
yes,
the
yes, give it to me.
move.
And so I was like, Mom, I want that haircut, and she was like, you're like 4'1" and like very obese. She didn't say any
Quit
of that.
describing
She
me.
didn't say
Quit
any of that.
describing me.
I know.
Yeah.
But she was like, you're 4'1" and very obese. I don't know if that haircut's gonna look on you the way that you think it will. And I was like,
Right.
no, I got it.
No,
So I
don't worry.
got a men's haircut while I was
Right.
4'1", very obese, like just pink cheeked, Chris Osgood jersey and the stretch pants. Yeah. And
Well,
then
you
I
were
have a bit about it
homeschooled,
that I
so
tell on
don't worry.
stage, which is like Red Wings jersey, more of a red flag jersey. And then,
Got it. Got it.
I love that.
I don't tell that enough.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
But yeah,
like,
no, I was like the gay. You look at pictures of me,
And then you
from,
grew
like,
up to look exactly like
I
that.
know. I'm saying you look at pictures of me from like 10 to 13, and then like think about the fact that people were like, "Really? I had no idea." And it's like, well, then you're a fucking
you're
idiot.
stupid.
Yeah, wild, fucking wild.
You guys were rocking the Red Wings jerseys. I was rocking the Dallas Cowboys windbreaker.
Oh,
damn,
shit!
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
I had no. I don't know why.
That sounds
Right,
good too.
right.
I don't know why. I
Nice.
was like, ooh, a star.
right. It's purple.
It's blue or
or,
whatever. the fuck.
oh yeah, blue. I don't
But
know.
yeah, I lived in
Actually,
that
no. It was
windbreaker.
what was it? It was 2001. When the
Last time.
Wings won the Stanley Cup. That one was
Ah.
the one I was fucking obsessed with.
Mm-hmm.
I was really, really into it. Also, though,
Yeah.
I was born during Game 7 of the Pistons winning the playoffs in 1988, like literally during it.
That was a year for Detroit, right? Because that was
Oh,
also
hell yeah.
98. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
when
sorry,
they-
88. And I was thinking 98.
I was talking about the
Damn.
Pistons instead of the
Yeah,
Red
Red
Wings.
Wings.
I'm not that stupid. I know it was different, but anyway, I love it.
God,
I
I
love
remember-
a Pistons jersey too.
I remember in 98, I was living in St. Clair Shores when it was 97. And like when they ended up winning, everyone went outside and like banged pots and pans and we had a block party. And it's like one of my favorite memories of my
Yeah.
life, I think.
I just happened.
It was really cute and cool.
I just
How old were
happened.
you?
to be-
I was like 4.
Oh,
And it was just like,
been
and
an
I was just
alcoholic
like,
ever since.
right, yeah.
love
And I
it.
just remember like being a kid, like, what's going on? Like I was like
Yeah.
falling in and out, game,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, we're all partying in the streets now.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a car
yeah.
on fire. No,
Love it. Love
I
it.
just
It was
happened
so great.
to be in Chicago for like a week when the Cubs won the World Series.
What?
And that shit was fucking
Were there cars on fire?
wild. I mean,
Right.
I didn't see with my own eyes, but there
But
were.
yeah.
Smelt
I mean,
it.
in general,
Yeah.
there were.
Right,
Well, I mean,
right.
and it was I was staying with my friends who actually lived down by the White Sox stadium.
Oh shit.
And even down by the White Sox stadium, you couldn't sleep the whole night. People were just all over the city. People were just driving around honking their fucking horns, fireworks, just wild.
Damn.
Yeah.
Insane. I'm pretty sure we have about 5 minutes left. I want to quickly. I ran into some people the other night, and I've been thinking a lot about this because I think life is weird, obviously, and I think it's going to take you where you're supposed to go sometimes. But that was odd to like run into. Like, I always often, obviously, this entire podcast is called Each Other's Mothers because I grew up with these women and, like, you know, we were like, oh, we're going to hold hands until we die and we're never going to stop being friends.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you run into them in your fucking home bar and they look at you like, what are you doing here? It was weird. And you guys were with me and it was whatever, but I've been thinking a lot about it and it's, like, kind of a bummer that, like, not all of them gave up on me. Obviously, it's, like, here and there and, like, whatever, but, like, I'm very offended by people like coming to town and not telling you that they're in town.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys ever feel that way?
People growing apart has been a huge heartbreak that it kind of spiraled my most recent mental breakdown. So
Yeah, and I'm not even trying to get that deep into it. The whole
Gonna
point
say,
is
we're gonna need a whole
the
new
whole point
podcast.
is another point.
Right.
But I just like the point I'm trying to make is like it bums me out that like these people are obviously like special people to me, and now they like live in like these beautiful like memories and experiences, and like that's where they need to live, and that's fine. But it just mostly bums me out that like I've lost whom I thought were like good friends.
Right.
During a time where I'm like truly starting to like work on myself and like become a better person. So now it's
Right.
kind of like, man, it kind of bums me out that like we can't be like fun and like make more memories together now that I'm like this person, if that
Right.
makes sense.
But also like they could be different too. Maybe like
they
maybe,
can absolutely be different. Like that's
Right.
another another revelation that I had while I'm like going through this entire process. And then I'm just always thinking like, well, do I want to be friends with these people anyway? They don't even
Right.
fucking call me
I
when
don't
they
know.
come to town
It's
from
so
Texas.
hard to figure out. It's so hard to figure out.
It's such a puzzle, you
yeah.
know?
I mean, and you can miss the shit out of people.
someone who doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you,
Very
you know,
Yeah.
that you don't want to see at all. You know, like
yeah.
I don't know. Like this is a callback. This is a meme that my sister and my partner's little sister posted the other day.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out. But it literally like it made me laugh. But then I kept looking at it like a million times because it actually did like hit me straight
Yeah.
in my heart. Because the
Yeah.
meme was like, and I should credit it, but whatever, you'll be fine. But it was basically like, man, I have some like beautiful, great ass memories with people who can literally suck my whole dick now.
Right.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
like, it is
Yeah.
like I liked
Don't
the
do
meme
this
because
to
it takes
me.
you on a trip where it's
Right.
like because
Yeah.
it is like there's so many beautiful things that happen in your and it's not like it's we don't throw people out like they're disposable. It's just like these things of growing apart and these things of having to change the dynamics within relationships.
For sure.
It's just a challenge. But
Yeah.
but does it fucking offend the fuck out of me when people come to town and don't tell me? Yes. I actually recently had somebody who I lived with, who was my
Bro.
roommate, who was like my best friend, who I
Yeah.
had mental breakdowns with, who I like helped escape an abusive relationship like in my car at 3 a.m. one time. Fucking came to Detroit for a weekend trip and didn't tell me, and I had to find out about it by seeing like an Instagram picture.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, did that
It's
piss
the
me the fuck
worst.
off? Yeah, that hurt my fucking feelings.
1000%. Yeah,
Like,
dude.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally get that hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was hurt. I let myself be hurt about it for like a second, and then
Mm-hmm.
I just had to be like, and I messaged them like, damn, were you in Detroit? And they were like, fuck, I was, but it was, my partner planned this whole trip. I wasn't even really a part of planning. It was sort of crazy.
Right.
And then by the time I
Can't do,
realized,
like, a text.
and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
That is wild. And honestly, I can't, it doesn't serve either one. I don't need to make you feel shame or guilt.
Right.
I'm not here to make other
Exactly.
people feel shame or guilt either, but I'm not going to feel shame or
Yeah,
guilt
yeah, yeah.
either.
Right.
And the next time you come through, maybe yes, maybe no, but
Yeah.
I can't live in that space.
I
No, for sure.
wish
For
this
sure.
was a whole episode because this
Well, I was
seriously
just
has been
gonna
something I've
say,
been
like,
struggling
we
with.
obviously all have our own little stories to tell about it. I just wanted to do a quick, like, hey, do we hate when people do that? And obviously we
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
So maybe the next one we'll touch base on it.
Yeah.
Very quickly, I asked the internet to ask us questions or to just tell us or whatever, and like no one responded to if you should change your stage name, which I thought that was fucking rude.
Yeah, fucking pussies. They don't want to tell me what to do in my life, but I didn't need them to tell me what to do in
I
my
think
life.
it's because you scare all of them because
Yeah,
you're
they're
very
like,
scary.
what's the right answer?
Yeah, we're
Scary.
so
What am I gonna do? Rub my BO on you?
No, you're gonna put
tell
them in
them
their place.
Yeah, tell them the truth that they
Right.
don't want to hear.
No one wants to hear that.
Yeah,
You're gonna make us think about our privilege. and
yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be a lot.
I'm gonna change my name to Bo Burnham.
I'd love that.
As you should.
Can you?
No, Connie's gonna say fuck.
One
Yeah.
question
Oh, no.
because we only got like 2 because we have 0 fans.
'Cause no one
and
cares.
No one cares. But you know what? One day this is gonna be great, and it's gonna be like that Mike Jones song.
Yeah.
Back then they didn't want me.
Now I'm hot.
They all on me. All right, so Brad
Poetry.
Mama Jamma wants to know what's a bigger priority if you're starting out, a solid set or knowing people having friends in the scene. Solid set.
Wait.
Solid
Yeah,
set,
solid
'cause then
set.
you get the friends. They're not gonna be your
Yeah,
friends.
they're not gonna be your friends if you don't have a solid set.
Well,
No, that's not true. I have a lot of
you're not
friends
gonna
that-
have a solid set for a year, and your friends are what's gonna keep you coming out to shows to keep working on your set.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
nobody's
Solid.
I mean, I don't
answer.
know. I showed up with no friends, and then I just kind of made friends because I'm
Yeah.
very enjoyable as a person. But
So little of both, but yeah.
yeah, just
We-
honestly,
little
be
column
yourself.
A,
again,
little
Work
column
on your
B.
shit. Don't focus on other people.
I think we want to do a 10-minute answer to that.
Yeah, I think that's also true.
I think just
And then my friend Brittany from San Diego was very cute and said, "Can I send something to be hung up in the stew?"
yes.
Of course.
Whatever you
I
like.
love
Yes,
that.
Brittany, we
Anybody
love
who
you.
sends us anything, we will incorporate it in the stew.
I mean,
We'll take
anything.
it. We're poor. We're clearly not famous, so
Okay, yeah, maybe not
Help
anything,
us
or maybe
out.
not in the way that you think, but
Hey,
yes.
this is what, like,
well, you know what are you gonna
15th episode or something?
19th.
19th?
We're
Hey.
losers.
No, we're not.
I'm
We're
joking.
new. We're beautiful. We're talented. We're powerful. We're funny.
All right. We're
All
so
right.
grateful to be back in the basement. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Next time we come, we're gonna. It's
It's going to be like...
jokes are allowed next time for all of us. Thanks, I guess, and thank you, Ellen. And I hope that this recorded because we did get the new OBS scary stuff for me. I've been Johanna Medranda. Do you guys want to plug anything?
We got
Friday
the
at
honorary
Trixie's.
mentions show. Yeah.
The 25th, come to Trixie's Bar in Hamtramck. The show starts at what, 9:30?
Yeah.
9:30.
Trixie's every Tuesday. I run an open mic. That's really fun.
Yeah. The one on Friday you have to pay to get in, so don't fucking try anything.
Yeah. Don't try to get no freebies
Yeah.
from us. We're broke.
All right. Stay gay. See you later.
Bye. Hello and welcome to Each Other's Mothers podcast. I am Connor Meade, and to my left we have Carolyn Paul, and in front of us we have Johanna Medranda. And producing the show tonight is the very talented Ellen Stachowicz. Thank you for joining us. Now to the news.